What's shaking, guys? Welcome back to the dungeon. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the stuff that I had ordered for Halloween, just didn't wind up getting here in time. Alright guys, one of the first things I want to talk about, I ordered this back in June. It arrived a couple weeks ago, so I guess technically it was here before Halloween, but I ordered a Dunny from Kid Robot. If you guys are not familiar with Dunnies, they are a artisanal toy line, if you will. They're more just artworks, even though they actually consider themselves designer toys. They all are shaped like a rabbit, one way, shape, or form. This particular one is called the Specimen Dunny. It has the 3-inch Dunny on the inside of this 8-inch Dunny. Those are the two standard sizes that you'll find from Dunnies. They don't really have a cap on how big they can get. I guess there's one that's floating around out there that's like 6 feet tall. That was thousands of dollars. But this particular guy was $150. I know they're super collectible. Most of the Dunnies that they release are limited edition. This particular guy was only 600 units. Sold out before I received mine. I actually wanted to make a video of it back in the summer, talking about how cool it was and telling you guys about it, but it wound up selling out before I actually got mine in the mail, as one would expect when something takes 3 months to get to you. But super cool. It's definitely something that I feel like is going to hold its value long term. I think 2 of these already sold on eBay for like $300 a piece, so you know, double your money in kind of investment. But I'm going to hang on to that one for a while just because I think it would wind up being a nice piece in my store, and I think it will wind up moving pretty easily as well. But anyways, the next thing I'm going to talk about is actually the thing that prevented this video from coming out before Halloween as opposed to coming out now. I got myself what, at least in the pictures, looks like a super awesome Gengar. It was a 16-inch Gengar made out of PVC. And I'm not gonna lie, it is actually pretty cool. There's definitely some stuff wrong with it, which I'll point out. But I don't necessarily regret this purchase. It's probably a little on the pricey side. I paid $100 for it. Is it worth $100? Probably not. I think a more realistic price point would have been like in the $60 to $75 range. And specifically for one reason and one reason alone is when they put the bottom cap on this guy after they manufactured it, they did an atrocious job. Because when they make a hollow vinyl statue, what they do is they have to like make it from the inside out, and then when they seal it, as you can see down here, they actually like have a second piece of plastic that they fuse to the first one. Well, they did this all willy-nilly, and it looks terrible. And when you set it down, I mean, you could see that line. It's not symmetrical. It'd be one thing if it was symmetrical, then you can just kind of play it off like, oh, you know, that's just how it looks. But it's very obvious that whoever manufactured this didn't really know what they were doing. So again, worth $60 to $75? Yeah. Worth $100? No. And the thing is that this thing is not, it's not a name brand. It's not even an official Pokemon release, so when my shop opens up down the road, will I be able to get my money back from it? Maybe, probably, if I slap a $100 price tag on there. It's certainly not going to appreciate in value. And that's actually generally the that's the goal whenever I buy a collectible. Fast forward 5, 6, 10 years. Is it going to be worth at least what I paid for it? You know, that's what I look for, and I don't see this Gengar holding that value like that. Especially because the box that it came in is all beat to crud. If it was in immaculate shape, it'd be a little bit easier to command the $100 price tag, because the box actually is really cool in and of itself. But when they shipped it to me, the Gengar statue was just rolling around in there. So like, I mean, you guys can see the damage on the inside of here. There's no way that I can use that really cool Gengar looking box as a selling point for that thing in my store. So not too thrilled about that. That on top of the fact that I ordered it on October 17th and it took them literally 2 weeks just to put it in the mail. Really left a sore, sour taste in my mouth. They didn't put it in the mail until like 5 o'clock p.m. on October 30th when I bought it on the 17th. It's like, come on. Gengar is a ghost-type Pokemon. No one buys a Gengar thing in October without having Halloween in mind. It's just... I mean, welcome to 2024. Everyone has an online store. Most of them probably shouldn't. The last thing I want to talk about, there was an art print that I launched on Sideshow a couple days ago that I actually, I already pulled the trigger and reserved my copy. But it is... Let's see here. All right, so about a year ago, I pre-ordered this, and I've received it since. This Nosferatu poster by an artist named God Machine. They made 75 of them. Price point was $60. Well, a couple days ago, I got an email from Sideshow that told me that he was at it again, and that God Machine made this one called the Succubus. I'm not going to blow it up. There's no nudity involved in it. I would say it's more like a PG-13 art print, but I don't necessarily. Well, yeah, I'll show it to you guys. Why not? So, the color scheme is super awesome. I love his art style. They did double the print run to 150 from the 75 on the Nosferatu, and they upped the price to 75. Neither of those really bother me. When you get quality art prints by a well-known artist, as long as they don't overdo it, they're still going to hold their value. But if you guys actually are interested, that Nosferatu art print, it wound up selling out, I don't know, 2 weeks, which is actually pretty quickly for an art print. But if you go to the website of the art studio that actually manufactured the art print to begin with, Cellar Door Gallery, so you go to cellardoorgallery.com, they actually still have the bone colored variant for sale. And then while I was there checking up on this, I found this really awesome Evil Dead poster that I think is fantastic looking. They only made 50 of them, and it's a bigger size. It's 24 by 36. The Nosferatu and the Succubus art prints are both 18 by 24, so they're a little bit smaller, but they're super awesome. And while you're at Cellar Door Gallery, they also do have a blood variant available as well. That one they only made 10. And then you see these other ones, the Acid Edition, Sacred Blue, Barbie, and Halloween variant. They only made 5 of each of them, and those guys are sold out. So you get, obviously the blood or the bone, or the two. But a long time ago, when I actually found that art variant, they still had the Halloween one for sale. And I was lucky enough to score one of the 5 copies. So mine is actually hand numbered 3 out of 5. But that's one of the fun things about going to some of those smaller smaller websites or the smaller art galleries, you can find some really cool stuff that no one else is going to have out there to accent your game room or your man cave or your she shed or whatever you're doing. You just gotta have the patience to go out there and find it. But anyways, I did get Surging Sparks pre-ordered. I have a booster box coming. It'll be here on Thursday, so next weekend I will definitely have a video of me opening up some Surging Sparks. Probably getting nothing as is the custom whenever I open up trading cards on video. So guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next weekend.